Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. To say that I'm excited right now is an understatement. To say that I'm inspired today is an understatement. I was driving down the highway, walked into my house. I was inspired with an idea to bring some information to the students of the real estate crash course, but I want to talk to you a little bit about why I'm doing it right now. I'm going to bring you a news story about what's going on with home ownership. Homeowners are in trouble. They don't even know it, most of them. They're locked in their house. They're locked into their 3% mortgage. They have no idea what's coming, right? There are a lot of homeowners that are going to be forced to sell in the coming year as more and more jobs are lost, as inflation rears its ugly head. And so many people in America have become so dependent on their income because they built their income in a way, or their budget based off their income. They leverage themselves. They got too leveraged. And we are seeing three things that are incredible to me that are way worse than what happened in the Great Recession. Obviously home prices went up, but they skyrocketed. They went even higher than what during the Great Recession. Mortgage rates have actually just now recently topped their highest point during the beginning of the Great Recession. But now you have an home insurance apocalypse, as insurance companies physically cannot insure homes because of the cost of the physical commodities, the materials to build the house. But then on top of that, they can't even get the workers to get the jobs done in a timely manner. So they're pulling out. You have all of those things. And then on top of it, you have something else that's massive that we did not have during the Great Recession. That's inflation. Inflation. Robbing every single person, right? Now, what's sad is that a lot of people are going to think this is going to last forever. It's not going to. They also think this insurance apocalypse is going to be last forever. It's not going to. The bubble will pop, everything will deflate, and they'll start over again. But if you're not ready for that, well, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it. So we're going to talk about what is happening. This is based off of what my friend told me was happening to him in Idaho. Check out this story. It's entitled, Willis Homes Sees a 200% Jump in Average Days on Markets Year over year in August. All right, days on market, DOM. As it expands, it tells the whole story of how much your real estate's worth. You remember, it's only worth what someone's willing to pay, and it's only comped at what the last person bought a similar house for sale is. Now, with that being said, I have a really big announcement that I can't even tell you about, but let me think. How am I going to roll this out? All right, to everybody that bought the real estate crash course, I've gotten phenomenal reviews. I'm very excited. I told you last week was the last time it will ever be $200, $199 ever. I mean that. All of the links have been turned off. They're done. They don't work. Right now, there's a link for $250 if you want. No problem. If you don't want it, no big deal. That's only going to run for 1 week because my counsel has told me the course is so big. As a matter of fact, some people said it's so big, it's hard to go through. But I said, well, you can watch it over and over for the next 3 years. No big deal. I'm about to add a section to this that's going to bring so much value to you as a potential home flipper or a home seller or someone that just wants to buy a home or somebody that just wants to sell the home. I mean, I've already said that. And so if you want to take a look at it, it's down below. It's $250. Once you're in, you're in. But I can't wait to explain why and show you the surprise next week. Everyone that owns the course will get an email, I think, a week from now, okay, of what you're getting out of this. All right, let's jump into this. Willis Homes, 200% jump in average days on market. It says homes in Conroy and Montgomery. Now, let me stop. If you don't live in Conroy or Montgomery, it's still happening to you. I guarantee you this. Unless the unicorn pops out, which is an extremely underpriced home in your area, days on market, DOM, are getting longer, okay? There are no buyers out there. So the next course of action is lowering your home, okay? And because I see this trend, because it's identical to the one we followed when I was selling my homes in 05 and 06, I am going to bring you so much value on how to save. You'll save 10 times what the course cost. You're gonna make 100 times back more in this course when you use it. I know it sounded to believe, but it really is true. Says homes in Conroy and Montgomery area stayed on the market significantly longer in August, year over year, staying on the market 200% longer on average in Willis, zip code 77318, according to neighborhood data provided by local real estate firm, the Jamie Birchtold Group. So it shows here the green is the dark green is August of 2023, and the light green is August of 2022. And you can see across the board days on market are exploding. Now, the average days on market in this area in 2022 were anywhere between 20 days and 39 days. Okay. Now, the average days on market. Hey, Carlos, thank you so much for being in the chat and helping out. Say hi to Carlos, everyone. I met Carlos, just really quick, little disclosure. I met Carlos in a liquor store. Yep, he was buying tequila or something. Let me know down below, Carlos. We started talking about the inflation of liquor. And a year and a half later, he's watched every single video. Carlos is awesome. And I've been able to help him actually with a real estate, give him some advice, right, Carlos? And I think Carlos is ready to absolutely charge the mound. He can't wait. He used to be a home flipper. He's invested in a lot of real estate. And it's interesting when you just get a little tweak of information, just a nudge, or you see something just in a little different light, it takes you on a whole different path. And Carlos is going through that right now. So anyway, sorry, let's go back. The average days on market in these zip codes have sat anywhere between, like I said, 22 and 39 days. But check this out. Now days on market sit between 40 and 90 days. That's a massive difference. And you're about to see news in the next 8 weeks about this. Right now, if you Google days on market, DOM, or I can't sell a house, that doesn't come up. But I can tell you this, and type 1 below if you've seen this. Have you seen a number or an increase in open house signs? Type 1 if you've seen that. Type 2 if you haven't. I live in one of the hardest areas to buy a home in the country, actually. One of the most, it's a nice place. I can't stand the politics, but I love the weather. And I love the people too. And my point being is I'm seeing an increase in open house. Now, of course, open houses really didn't exist during COVID. And I was a real estate agent during COVID. I know what that's like. But in my area, we're seeing an increase. Why? Days on market extending. Now, another thing, to the people that don't see this happening right now, there are a lot of real estate agents that are completely in the dark. They don't even realize it. I've talked to some agents recently and I said, hey, what's going on? Oh, nothing. Things are great. I'm like, okay, you got any active listings? Yep, got active listings. How about your closings? How are they doing? Oh, they're doing great. I'm like, okay. Is days on market extending? Well, yeah. Okay. So what do you think about that? Oh, it's just cyclical. People are going back to school. Like, yeah, keep telling yourself that. This is the exact same time of year in 2008 that we saw some really big changes too, but that's okay. It's all right. It's cyclical until it's not. It says here, however, data shows home sale prices declined in August year over year in 5 of 8 Conroy and Montgomery zip codes. All right, prices have declined. That's weird. So again, dark green is the price of homes in 2023. Light green is the price of homes in 2022. And you'll see the median home price in the dark green is dropping compared to 2023 or 2022, the light green. Now, there are so many people like, not in my neighborhood. Like, I'm pretty sure, and I had somebody say, not in my neighborhood, and they told me my neighborhood. Within 5 minutes, they said homes at $500,000 are selling in 1 day, 2 days. Within 5 minutes, I gave her 3 MLS listings of homes that have been sitting at 500,000 between 28 days and, what was the longest one? I want to say it was 150 days. In her town. It's not a big town. Point being is that most people do not see it until it's too late. And most agents are in straight up denial. If you're a real estate agent and you know exactly what I'm talking about, you've been through the last cycle of 2008 and you were an investor or an agent in 2005 and earlier, let people know down below. Say, yep, or it's like he says, because most people don't understand this. They say, oh, well, you've got a name badge and it says you're a realtor, and so you know everything. That's not necessarily true. As a matter of fact, what we saw in the last 3 years was a boom in new real estate agents because it was identical to happen in 2004. There was a boom happening in real estate prices, transactions. People said, I'm jumping on this bandwagon. They raced down, got their real estate license. And a lot of those people, they don't even own their own home, let alone a rental property, to be able to advise you properly on how to market your home, how to search for a good deal. They don't even know that stuff, and that's what I think it's very important to keep your eyes open. You need to become the pro here. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. It's like dealing with taxes. Type 3 below if you agree that not every CPA is a tax professional. They're just a bookkeeper. And I'm not trying to rip on the CPAs. The fact are, the ones that don't own businesses or don't own rental properties, how are they going to advise you on the best things? You want CPAs and tax professionals that actually do it for themselves. Sorry, I totally went off. All right, let's go on. Days on market extending. It says at the same time, home sales declined in some zip codes. And again, just another chart showing that home sales are declining, right? That information is going to go bigger and bigger. Now, this is the most important part. This data shows the greatest number of home sales took place for homes priced between $250,000 and $499,000. That means, and that makes sense. There are more people that can afford a cheaper house than can afford a more expensive house. It's the easiest thing in the world. Well, that means that if you're marketing a home that's more expensive, you have to be on point. You have to have a real estate agent that is completely on point. Type 5 if you understand. Did I already say 5? Type 5 again if you agree with that. Point being is this. The real estate market is changing so rapidly, but yet it's not. People don't understand how that works. In July, there was a massive shift mentally. The psyche of the home buyer changed dramatically in July. Why is that? Well, the Federal Reserve, mortgage rates were sitting between 5.25%, 5.5% in May. And they were waiting, everybody with bated breath, to see what was going to happen with the Federal Reserve. Were they going to raise in June? Were they going to raise in June? Were they not? Are they going to pause? Where are we at? Are we done with the hikes? The hiking of interest rates? Please be done. That's what they were thinking. And the Fed paused. I did a handful of videos. Type 8 if you remember what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me stand by. Oh, Stacker. I'll talk about BlackRock in a second. People were begging, they paused. I said, they're going to raise again. When they rose again in July, everything shifted. Bond buying and selling shifted. The psyche of the investor changed. The psyche of if for the lack of proper words, of the home buyer changed. And now we're sitting at rates of 7 to 7.5%. It's done. Now we're seeing days on market blow out. In the next 30 to 60 days, you're going to see days on market go up another 40, 50%. It's going to be impressive. Now, Stacker brings up a point here, a question. The only way houses don't completely crash is if BlackRock keeps buying them up. Well, the news is out. BlackRock's exiting the US and they're pulling back. You see Warren Buffett selling stocks, pulling back. You're going to see even more data. All this data has been around for the last month and a half from Q2 filings of all these funds. They're pulling out. The nation's largest home buyer is now a net seller. That started in Q1 and is getting even stronger in Q2. Q3 numbers are going to be impressive. Why? Because all of them know exactly what I'm telling you. As a matter of fact, some of them watch this channel. The truth is, everything's changed and you're going to see something exciting. So you're going to need to know how to market your home or when to get out. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, not a professional, just a dude with a bro and a dream. But I'm here to teach you as much as I can to make you and save you the most money that I can. So this week, the price has gone up, but this right now is one last time because I had so many people go, oh, I missed the sale, and I just don't like that. It's $250. So it's still more expensive, but this will be the lowest price for the next 7 days because I have a big surprise for everybody that owns that course, and that comes out in about a week. All right. I got to get back to filming more lessons. I cannot wait to show them to you and make you lots of money. And that's what we want because I'm going to be honest with you. Time ain't cheap and you got to buy it somehow. All right. With that being said, the discount code's below. The Economic Ninja is out.